today I am going to talk about using ConvertKit for email marketing. So I recently made the switch from MailChimp because MailChimp used to be free and it's not anymore. And I figured if I was paying, I might as well use something that was a little bit more functional, had a little bit more capabilities. So I've heard a lot of great things about ConvertKit. And while there is a little bit of a learning curve, I definitely believe them, and it is easy to see how much more capable this platform is than MailChimp. Of course, there are a ton of other platforms out there, but this is a really popular one, and I'll give you a little bit of an overview, although I won't show you too much until some later videos because it can get a little complicated. So this is what you look at when you first log in. It starts at $30 a month based on the number of subscribers you have. So I pay a little bit more than that. If you have up to 1,000, it's $30 per month. And what's great about ConvertKit is that subscribers are all on one list. So MailChimp, you divide everything into different lists, but in ConvertKit, everyone's on the same list. It's just depending on what they've been tagged at and what different categories they've put themselves in or you've put them in. So you don't have to count that same person twice if they're on two different lists or more than that, which is really cool. And of course, you can use my code, which I'm going to link below, for your free trial. It's 14 days, so you can get a feel for everything, and you can upload your contacts from an Excel sheet or directly from MailChimp or any other platform that you might have been using. And their customer service is super helpful. You just click on this little guy down here and have a conversation with them. So if you do decide to try it out, make sure you use my link below so you can get that 14-day free trial. So this is what you look at when you first log in. It's kind of your landing page. It shows you how you've been doing. On July 31st, I got 12 unsubscribes because I sent a really annoying email to all of my clients. But that's just what you got to do sometimes. So you've seen that the growth is overall a lot more strong than that. And I have some skewed totals because most of my lists in the past have only been sent something from MailChimp because I am pretty new to ConvertKit. So I haven't sent emails to every single person on my list yet. So my rates are a little bit strange right now, but I typically just compare those with my MailChimp rates to see what's actually accurate. And over time, this will even out. So I'll tell you your new subscribers. It'll tell you, show you your total subscribers and how you're doing over time. You can, of course, change these to whatever time frame you want. Tells you what you've gotten today, etc. And I'm not going to show you my subscriber information, but that's all over here on the left side of the screen. And then you can see all the different tags you have on the right side of the screen. There's a few different ways people can add tags. When they sign up for a certain form, they'll automatically get a certain tag, or you can go ahead and put them in a certain tag together. So for instance, my Stationer Summit, if I click here, it'll bring up how that list has been done specifically, and then everyone who's on that list will be over here on the left where it's hidden. No offense, you guys. If you were to click on a particular subscriber that's on your list, it'll show you their information. So email address and name, which I have obviously blared out for you. And then it'll show you all of the emails that have been sent and what they did. So like this one was delivered, but she didn't open it yet. This green means it was opened, and this gray means that it was clicked. So you can see all the information on each subscriber if you were so inclined to look at. I don't really look at this too much. You can also check out further information on this particular subscriber, but these are more complicated features that I will show you later. So we're going to head over to forms and landing pages because this is how you actually get people to sign up for your link. So you have two options here. So most of them, I just have forms. So for instance, this is my Stationer Summit form, and it's super simple. There's not even a photo on it or anything like that. And you can build out all the form stuff over here. There's a lot of different templates that you can choose from in their library. You can change all the colors to match your branding, like I've done with the yellow here. You can change up your success message, or you can have it redirect to another page if you'd like. You can also send an incentive email here, which I have my 27 places to find stationery clients. So basically, as soon as they confirm their subscription, they'll get this email with this download in it. So that's kind of like your, hey, sign up for my email list and you'll get this free incentive. And of course, you can do some more things, send them to a thank you page or use a reCAPTCHA if you're worried about bots or anything. And then here you can check out the reports and see how this guy has been doing. I love this. You can see where all the different leads have come from, what the conversion rates are. So I've had, 2 subscribers come from my shop. I've had a couple from Google. I've had several from Instagram, etc. So you can see how those are doing. And then, of course, you can get the embed code to put this on your site. So what that looks like for this particular form, it's on my Stationer Summit sales page, and it's just right here. You can see exactly what that form looked like. If I had had a picture, it would be here, subscribe, etc. And then I also have 2 more forms that are just in my footer. So I have a business owner form that automatically tags them as a business owner for business resources. And then I have planning a wedding, which will automatically tag them as engaged. So they can kind of choose which one they want to be in here. And then your second option for forms and landing pages, this is a form. So obviously your second option is going to be a landing page. And I haven't used these too much, so I'll just show you a really simple one that I have, which is going to be for Stationery Summit attendees. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and they have to join this list to win our free Instagram audit. So it's a similar idea, but this is more of an entire page. So I just chose this template with these photos. You can customize the domain and URL here. So you can go and do that in your account settings so that it actually links to like a designbylaney.com domain. Of course, you can do an incentive email here, which is going to be my workbook from the summit. And as with the forms, there are a lot of different templates you can choose from. I just wanted this to be super simple because people will have already bought into the list by attending the Stationer Summit. So this is just so I can choose the free Instagram audit and have a list that's tagged of people who already attended the summit. So over on my subscribers page, I'll have, instead of people who were interested in the summit that were on my wait list, I'll have a whole list of people so I can determine who actually attended the summit, so I can change my messaging up for those people versus people who may have shown some interest in it but didn't actually attend. And if someone's on both lists, they won't be getting double emails. It'll only send them, one email at a time, even if I select both of those groups to get an email. So I'll give you a brief overview of broadcasts, which is what the emails are actually called. So we have a bunch of different ones. So what you do is just click new broadcast here, show where it's coming from. And what I love here is these features. So that's what I was talking about. You'll make sure no one gets sent multiple emails, even if they're signed up for multiple different tags. So you can add a filter here, so you can send to all subscribers, or you can do a lot of different things here. What I mostly do is just subscribe to a certain form, or you can do tags here. So that's my most common one. So then all of my forms are here. So anyone who signed up on my Stationer Summit form, and you could even say, and my Stationer Summit attendees. So that'll go to all of those people. And you just click update. And so all of those people is only 59 subscribers. So you subscribe to, and you can say tags. And I have a lot of different tags, but like say I wanted to send out to Stationer Summit. So that'll give me add filter. So that'll give me 286 because that's what's on that list. And then say I wanted to add the new business resources because those are people who are interested in similar things, and update, you see that goes up to 856. But if you go into those tags, they'll add up to a higher number because some of those people are doubled up. So this makes sure that the same person won't get multiple emails. You can also do, segments. You can do countries and regions, distance from a city if you want to do geo-targeting, the subscription date, which is when they sign up. You can tag by first name, whatever you want to do. And you can even add custom fields. So it's very, very nice. And you can do an additional filter. So you could do matching none of the following. So this would be like anyone who is not on the Stationer Summit list or anyone who is not on my business resource list. So you can really, really get that down to very, very specific groups of people if you want to. So then, of course, she'll go here and edit all the content. So the one thing about ConvertKit that is a little bit tough is you might potentially need some coding knowledge to make this really beautiful. You can purchase templates online, or you can actually Google how to do some of the coding on this. So, you can add an image, a file, a link. There's a lot of things you can do. But like if you wanted to add a little button, like say, I wanted to link people to my blog, and I go here and link it. I type in designbylaney.com/blog. And you can do these link triggers, which are a little bit more complicated, but basically if someone clicks on the link, you can like tag them so they were interested in something. You can do a lot of other things with links depending on how you want to use them. So I'll just click insert. And so what this actually looks like if you preview it is basically just a boring link. So if you wanted to make it a button, for instance, you do have to do a little bit of coding. So you actually can click on HTML, and this takes you to that code in the email. So then I have some code that I just keep on a different page and can copy whenever I want. It'll be a button. So then this is where I would like put in the link. And then this is what it's going to say. So we'll say blog, and you have to unclick that. So it looks the same on here. And then when you preview it, it's a button, and I've programmed into my template what color that will be and all of that kind of information. So there is a little bit of coding knowledge. That being said, a lot of my broadcasts don't have any coding. You can type in a lot of information, do lists. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can do lists, you can do regular links. You can even put an image in here. So there are a lot of things you can do without that coding knowledge, but if you want your emails to kind of go to the next level, have these beautiful things, then you can create different templates that will allow you to do that and have the code in place for that. But you may have to go into the code and change colors and fonts and some of the things to match your branding settings. So once you've done that, you can just do preview and schedule it. Of course, I have no content, so it's not letting me do this. You can send yourself a sample email. You can schedule this very, very closely in time. I'm not going to save this one because it's no good. And then what I love about ConvertKit is really the reports. You have so much more information. So like I go into this email that's already been sent. So it gives me all the stats here, and it gives me all the link information, which is super helpful. So I had one person unsubscribe, which is sad, but really not too bad. Overall, I had a good open rate and a really good click rate here. So 107 people clicked to read this blog, which is awesome. And then 90 clicked. I had a slightly different link on a different section just so I could see who was clicking at the beginning and who was clicking at the end, for instance. So that's a really cool feature. And then you can, you can go into all of these. I'm not going to show you my client info, but you can see who clicked it. You can see who opened it. You can see who received it, etc. And you can do this really cool thing, which is resend to unopens. So I love that. Okay, so super quickly, sequences are going to be things like when an engaged couple signs up for my footer, I have 2 emails that automatically send out to them. This has like all my most popular free resources for them. And then this links to my All About blog series that tells them what they need on each piece of the invitation and kind of encourages them to reach out about all of our services. So this is an automatic sequence that occurs one day after they, this email goes out one day after they sign up, and this email goes out 12 days later. This one's still a draft, so I'm working on it, but you can add to those sequences as you go. So then anyone who signs up there will automatically get that email. And then you have what's called automations, which honestly you can do a ton of things with. I only have one set up right now, which is basically just adding that sequence that we just looked at to anyone who subscribes to that list so that it automatically sends out. But you can create rules, you can integrate this with your site, you can even set it up so that if a client purchases something, they get, added to some sequence, or they get sent a specific email as a thank you email or a follow-up. There's a lot of different things you can do depending on how much you want to integrate this with your shop, your website. So this is kind of a long video for YouTube, and it doesn't even begin to touch on all of the things that you can do with sequences, automation, tags, et cetera, et cetera. But hopefully it gives you an idea of how ConvertKit works. If you're planning on starting an email list or you have a couple of subscribers, but you're not really sure what to do with them, ConvertKit is an awesome tool, especially compared to MailChimp that I've used before, because it just gives you so much more data of where everything is coming from, how you can use those lists, and you'll start to see the more that you segment things out, the more possibilities arise. So I'm over here, I used to just send things out to like 3 or 4 different lists, but now I'm seeing that, if someone clicks a link and goes to purchase a specific product, I can send them specific information that's related to that product because they're used to it. They're interested in it. They've shown that that's a product that makes sense for their business. So just the amount of information that you have is really empowering. And the more that you start looking into this, the more you'll see possibilities of different things that you can do with it, especially these sequences. I'm going to start building some things out that give, direct access to some of my free resources that are filtered down to what that particular person is interested in, and then encourages them from there maybe to purchase some of my paid resources that might be of interest to them based on the things that they've pre-selected and pre-qualified themselves for. So let me know if you have any specific questions. Again, I'm not a ConvertKit expert, of course, but if you want to start your email list and you want to check this out, make sure you use my code below, which will give you access to that 14-day free trial. And let me know if you have any questions or what you thought of this video below. And as always, subscribe to our channel for more conversations and tips for creative business owners. Thanks, everyone.